Feels good to be back home after all this time. Hello? Is anyone home? My buddies from the regiment. My squad. I'm gonna miss them during these days of leave, but it sure feels good to be home. No one at home plays the piano. Actually, I don't even know why we have one. Ralph's toys in bed. When I have time, I want to teach him a lot of tricks. Ralph? Where are you? Come here, boy. One of Ralph's toys. But where is he gone? This is a lot of overdue bills. Why didn't Mom tell me to send her money if she needed it? The library. I love this room. Hopefully I can dive into a couple of books while I'm on army leave.
Dear Adele, allow me to express my deepest condolences for such a tragic loss. I am fully at your disposal if you need anything. Enclosed with this letter is a recipe for a potent anxiolytic that may offer you some comfort during this difficult time. Do not exceed 1 dose per day. Sincerely, Dr. Bernard Slessing.
Dr. Bernard has prescribed pills for Mom. What's going on with her? Is she sick? The mysterious door. Mom says it leads to old parts of the house, but it's all in ruins. The door was sealed long ago. Neuromazine, nervous system sedative, effective in relieving anxiety, may cause drowsiness and other severe side effects. It doesn't sound like Mom's been very well while alone. She's probably asleep in her room. I better wait until she wakes up. A picture of Dad. I miss him so much. Mom and me. I must have been about 10 years old here. I was such a mischievous kid. Mom, is she crying? My room is locked. Damn it. All this gives me a very bad feeling. I hope Mom is okay. A newspaper from 40 years ago. Why are we keeping this? A bunch of stuff from the previous tenants of the house. You can't see anything out the window. There must be a lot of fog. It's freezing cold. This key looks like my room key. What is it doing here? This mirror is filthy. What's going on with Mom? It's not like her to let things get this messy. Mom must be resting. I'd better leave her alone until she wakes up. But what has happened here? What has Mom done to my room? It looks like she's using it to store junk. Esther, my dear friend? Girlfriend? I guess we're something a bit complicated. Mom and I did this when I was little. The old oven? Really? This is all very strange. I'm afraid that something has happened to Mom. I'd better go and see how she's doing. Mom, are you okay? Mom, what's wrong? I'm going to open the door. I don't get it. There's nobody here.
Official dispatch, command of the 3rd Brigade, 45th Regiment, November 1952. To the family of Robert Candle. It is with profound sorrow that we inform you of the death in action of your son, Private Robert Candle, who fell in combat on the 23rd at 7 in the evening near Ground Zero. Robert fell heroically, defending his position with unwavering bravery. His valor, his commitment, and his dedication to the cause of liberty will always stand as a lasting example to us all. He was an exemplary young man, full of life and ideals, who did not hesitate to risk everything in defense of democracy and social justice. His death is an irreparable loss to our brigade, but his memory will endure in our hearts. On behalf of the Army, we express our deepest condolences to your family for such a painful loss. We ask that you accept our heartfelt condolences and our deepest solidarity during this time of grief. May he rest in peace.
What kind of twisted joke is this? Who would write to my mother telling her that I'm dead? No. This can't be possible. Am I dead? What is this? Is this the trenches? It's too late. He's dead. Photograph of Esther. She is so beautiful. I hadn't spoken to him, but he seemed like a good guy. So much death. So much suffering. Why? What's the point? The tent couldn't withstand so much rain and mud. This letter looks like it was written by me. Dear Esther, I'm not sure if this letter will come as a surprise, but I hope you don't mind me writing to you. How are you? How's work at the shop going? I'm writing this from the trenches in the middle of the night. Our regiment has taken shelter here, and we're waiting till morning to advance. Tonight seems quiet, so many of my comrades have decided to write letters. Many of them are filled with romantic thoughts and feelings. After much thought, I've decided to write to you. We've never talked about this, and I feel that if I don't do it now, there might never be a chance again. It's hard for me to say, and it might sound awkward. I wish you were here so I could tell you in person. To me, you've always been the girl who lived across the street. But I lost my chance that day on the train when we said goodbye, and you don't know how much I regret not having the courage to tell you then how I really feel about you. Maybe when I get back home, we could... I think I remember. I was writing this letter when suddenly something happened. I don't understand. Is there no one here? Am I the last one here? There is someone there. This is mine. Is this how it happened? Is this how I died? Mom. She needs me. I have to find her. Candles, roses, a photo of me. This is my funeral. I'll never be able to see Esther again, nor my mother. I'll never be able to play with Ralph. I don't even know how to say goodbye. Who are you? Wait! Don't go away! Where am I? It seems like I'm at home, but everything's so different. The portrait of a terrifying woman. A signature reads, "To my dear Madame Montcorp." It feels like she's staring at me. The envelope of a letter from Hope Montcorp to Mrs. A. Montcorp.
Dear Mother, I know this letter will take you by surprise. Please understand, it has not been easy to find the words. When Father passed, I lost the only support I had. You, in your desire to control everything, never understood, or perhaps never wished to understand, the heart of a young woman in love. That's why, 5 years ago, I ran from your lack of understanding and the limitations you imposed and went in search of happiness with the only man I have ever truly loved. We lived some good years here in Barcelona, though we had very little. His work as a road laborer scarcely sustained us, but despite our poverty, we were always happy. In September, the man whose name you never wanted to know fell ill. He suffered chills, fever, and a heavy pain in his chest. Despite visiting many doctors, his relentless cough persisted. When he began to cough blood, we both knew what awaited us. Just weeks ago, he could no longer go on, and his lungs gave out. The cursed tuberculosis took him from me. Overnight, I found myself alone, with no means to survive, facing a hostile and uncertain world. That is why, Mother, I beg for your forgiveness and ask you to let me return home, where at least I will have a roof over my head. I have a very good reason for seeking your forgiveness. If you accept me, you will understand. With all respect, Hope.
The letter is signed by someone named Hope. Could that be her? Is this her name? 1910. How is that possible? Am I in the past? What am I doing here? It won't open. The kitchen is completely different. It looks so much older. It looks like someone was about to burn this note.
Dear Mrs. Montcorp, I'm writing to request that you settle the outstanding debt you have with my establishment as soon as possible. Your payment is more than 4 weeks overdue, and as you can understand, the situation is becoming unsustainable for me. Despite this, I'm attaching this week's order as a token of my goodwill and as a sign of respect for the memory of your husband, Dr. Frederick, who always attended to the needs of our community with great care as our family doctor. I hope you understand my situation and that you will contact me to arrange a payment date. Sincerely, Ramon from the grocery store.
The drawer is stuck. I could try to open it with something to pry it. Nothing interesting here. The pantry has very little food. It's just kitchen utensils. Is it a medical prescription? No. It seems like some kind of clue. These books have some strange symbols on the spine. The drawer is stuck. I could try to open it with something to pry it. It won't open. It won't open. Yes! It's opened.
Today, I wrote to my daughter in response to her letter. She seems to be completely unaware of the family ruin in which I find myself. She asks me to take her in, and I must swallow my resentment, for I have devised a plan. I hope that at 22, she is still attractive to men. After 5 years of misery at the side of that puppet, I wonder what I'll find. A woman without fight, without soul. But I must try. If I can get some bachelor with money to fall for her, we'll be saved. If not, we're headed straight for disaster.
A key. What should it open? It's the same piano from my house. So it was already in the house when my parents bought it? It looks like a letter about to be sent.
Hope, I'm glad that you have finally come to your senses. By defying me, you condemned yourself to a life of hardship and misfortune. And you got exactly what you deserve. You could have married a man with resources instead of living like a nobody with a good-for-nothing. Now you return on your knees, begging to be let into my house like a stray. Nothing more than a failure who stumbles at every turn. I shouldn't even consider your pleas. As I said before, you don't deserve it, and defying me is something I won't forgive. But if you swear to me that you will blindly obey all my orders, then maybe I will allow this house and its food to comfort your miserable existence. I await...
Mrs. Montcorb. Hope's mother, I suppose. She seems like a very dark person. It's a book about the zodiac signs. All of this feels so strange. What happened in this house? Why am I here? The woman, did she make me come here? Why? I need to understand. I need answers. This must be Mrs. Montcorb's room. Hope's mother. Arsenic? What kind of woman hides poison in her closet?
February 1910. It's a disaster. This good-for-nothing arrived today. If she had told me in a letter what was in store for me, I wouldn't even have answered her. What am I going to do? Who would want to marry that woman? Certainly not a good match. I wouldn't let Hope come back to marry a fat thrower. She looks good. You can tell she was well taken care of. Her teeth are still good, and her breasts seem to be in place. I'll talk to her. She'll have to obey me in everything. If not, I won't even give her the key to her room. It's still hidden behind the ischium in my late husband's office. Frederick put it there for fear that I would burn Hope's things when she left home. What an idiot. He thought I didn't know. So there's no going back now. I've sold all of Frederick's memorabilia, his gold watch, his solitaire ring that his father gave him, the entire collection of medical books, his antiques and other things of value. Word of my precarious state has not yet spread, and with this, I can keep up appearances for a while longer. After that, there will be nothing more to do. Hope must, in any case, be married to a rich man and landowner, and I am prepared to do anything to achieve it.
What a selfish woman. Her only interest in her daughter is to maintain her status. According to this journal, there's a key hidden behind the ischium in the doctor's office. What the hell is an ischium? A list of candidates. What is this?
List of possible candidates in order of priority and call for applications. Edmund Garrick, 24 years old, single, youngest son of the Marquis of Fonsalva. Sonnen Burgess Goy, 25 years old, single, grandson of Burgess Goy Limited. Norman de Sales, 30 years old, single, rich heir. He needs to silence rumors about his sexuality. Annabel Dearson River, widower, colonel in the army. Hermenegildo de la Fuente, 68 years old, single, notorious reputation, owner of the Spanish-French Development Bank. Send each an invitation to tea, 2 days apart.
I think she wants me to follow her. Where did she go? This is part of my house that was in ruins. So it was some kind of doctor's office. I wonder what happened. He must have been a very beloved doctor. This painting is beautiful. I imagine it would be Dr. Frederick Montcorb and his wife, and the young girl must be Hope. They seem happy. What happened to them? Quite a collection. There are drugs here to stun a regiment. Oh, so this is an ischium. Oh, so this is an ischium. Oh, so this is an ischium. Before, doctors used to perform surgeries in their own offices. Medical and surgical equipment. This must have been Hope's room? The room is trashed. Did his mother do this? What's this? What a twisted joke. The drawer is locked. Where might the key be hiding? The flowers have dried. It looks like someone deliberately smashed this mirror. It looks like a couple in love. Someone has slashed their faces. She couldn't destroy Hope, and therefore destroyed everything that was part of her. Yes! It's opened. This must have been Hope's love. The boy she eloped with. The one she married and shortly after died of illness. He looks young. I suppose they both were.
February 10th, 1910. I have accepted all of my mother's conditions. I know it's the best thing I can do. It seems extremely cruel to me the way she has forced me to hide my problem, as she calls it. She has arranged several meetings with distinguished gentlemen. She expects me to forget my past, the love of my life, and to fall into the arms of another man. I think money, or the lack of it, has driven her even crazier. As for my problem, she acts as if it doesn't exist, and has demanded that I behave accordingly. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. It also pains me that she has sold my father's things to buy me dresses, jewelry, and perfumes. I feel like a crude commodity, a bargaining chip, an object of desire for moldy old bachelors. I should refuse, but I have nowhere to go. The most important thing for now is to be able to spend the winter under a roof. Then we'll see. I saw how she hid my father's work notebook in the living room, but I didn't see exactly where. I knew it was because of its beautiful moss green covers. I would love to read it so much, but she locked herself in the room. I heard a very loud noise, like the snapping of a piano wire.
It seems like she just resigned herself to obeying her mother's orders and whims. All for a roof over her head and some food? No. There must be some other reason. Wait. This fireplace was lit before. It looks like a child's drawing. Why would someone throw it into the fireplace? Who's Violet? I think I'm understanding. After your husband's death, you returned to this house. But you weren't alone. You came back with a daughter, didn't you? But a daughter wasn't part of your mother's plans. What happened to her? What happened to Violet? Something strange just sounded on the piano.
Damn fool! Not even on your deathbed could you confess what this note is. I know you are hiding something for Hope. Even if you don't confess, dead or not, sooner or later I will find out.
Dr. Frederick's journal.
The situation has become unbearable. My wife's condition is deteriorating rapidly. I consulted with a psychiatrist friend at the Hospital de Sant Paul in Barcelona, and his prognosis is not encouraging. Delusions and paranoia have now been added to her neurosis, which are embittering the life of our daughter Hope. She remains obsessed with a senseless hatred for the poor boy who passes by our house every day. It's as if Hope were her property, and no man could court her unless he was a wealthy heir or some such puppet. I've spoken with Hope, and tonight I'll help her escape from here with her fiancé. Frankly, I like the boy very much, and it's clear that he loves her with all his heart. I have no doubt that they will be very happy, far from the clutches of a mad woman. Yes, I know. She is my wife, and I should speak of her with more respect. But I'm afraid. Lately, I haven't been feeling well, and I fear that she's giving me something to slowly do away with me. I've submitted a sample of my blood for analysis. By Thursday, I'll know for sure if something is wrong. If so, all the more reason for Hope to be away from this house. She has a life ahead of her and doesn't deserve so much suffering. As for me, I'll try to endure and investigate if I can find a way to alleviate my wife's symptoms. This illness is a monster that has turned my beloved into a horrible and dangerous being. I've opened a medical record for her, hidden it in the safe, and I'm gathering all possible data. My intention is to cure her, but if I believe that Hope, myself, or anyone in this house is in real danger, I won't hesitate for a moment to confine her to St. Anthony's Psychiatric Clinic. We'll see about my blood test results on Thursday. I've placed locks around the house and had bolts installed on all interior doors. I don't want her wandering around the house without my supervision. I've kept the clue to open the attic in the safe. Right now, I hear her banging on the door of the room. She's out of her mind. In fact, I'm writing this locked in the bathroom. It's the only way to have some privacy. I feel unwell. I think I'll rest for a while. But first, I have to write down the safe code. Lately, these dizzy spells have been causing me to forget things, and the mirror will help me remember.
There's a secret room behind the fireplace. It could be useful to open or unblock something.
Dear Hope, I knew you would find my secret. Sooner or later, your mother will do something reckless, and perhaps we won't be able to meet again. Over these years, hidden from your mother, I have been amassing a valuable collection of paintings. This is your inheritance, my way of giving you my blessing and wishing you much happiness. You know very well why I haven't communicated this to you earlier. Your mother would have seized everything, plundered, appropriated, and squandered every last coin that this valuable collection of masterpieces is worth. No, this inheritance is for you, for when you need it most. When this house, which has been filled with horror, is rid of your mother's delusions. If there is another life beyond this one, I hope we shall meet again. I wish you an existence full of peace, solace, and love. Your father.
Was this the inheritance that the father left for Hope? It's really sad, but it seems like Hope never got to find it. Wow, all these paintings. They seem to have a lot of value. The water's cold. The water is burning. The mirror. Due to the steam, a number has appeared.
Idiot! You forced me. Did you think I didn't know how to open the safe? Did you really think I wouldn't find out you were making a medical file on me behind my back? You wanted to declare me crazy? Incapacitate me? Oh, your doctor friends and my own daughter, all of you have been against me from the beginning. But I saw you coming, and I'm not going to allow it. You acted behind my back and managed to get Hope to escape with that nobody. But you won't have the same luck. When you come to open this safe tomorrow at noon, it will be the last time you do so. Tonight, I'm going to pour all the Medicine I have left into your damn glass of milk. It will be fun to see how long you last. Here I leave you what's left of the half-burned covers of your damn report, so you can imagine what became of its contents. Oh, and don't worry, Frederick. Sooner or later, I'm going to find Hope. I'm going to bring her back to this house and make her reconsider. Everything will end according to my plan. Sweet dreams, dear.
A medical record destroyed. Burned. Could it be the mother's record?
Remember, you may only go upstairs on Thursdays between 3 and 5 in the afternoon. I will take care of the problem. If you disobey, you and your mistake will be out on the street immediately. You must focus on pleasing a good match. Put all your effort into it. If I see you falter or fail, I will make sure that little Violet suffers for it.
Did she lock the girl in the attic? From the very beginning, her mother's plan was to deny Violet's existence. She wanted the men courting Hope to believe she was a single childless. Violet's hidden room, where Madame Montcorp kept her hidden and imprisoned. She was very young, but she had realized. She knew she was locked up. Violet and Hope, beneath the stars of the attic. The girl fell ill. Her mother was very worried. She drew her father in an eternal spring. It seems Madame Montcorp was the only one bringing her food. The girl was afraid of her. She used to hide under the bed. Madame Montcorp, her grandmother, giving her the medicine. She was putting something in her drink. No, it can't be. Was he poisoning the little girl? It seemed like she liked to paint. Not like she could do much else here locked up. This is the question, isn't it? What happened? What happened to Violet? No, it's not that. There has to be something else. At least she had toys. although she must have felt very lonely away from her mother. Is this some sort of improvised cage? Madame Montcourt must have put the girl in here when she didn't do what she wanted. A teddy bear on the bed. Violet's favorite toy, perhaps? It's Hope's diary. I think she wants me to follow her. What is this place? It looks like the first page of Hope's diary.
Today, I was forced to face a situation I never imagined, even in my worst nightmares. After losing my beloved to that dreadful illness, and with my little Violet, only 4 years old, in my care, I had no choice but to return to the home I once escaped to be by my mother's side. I thought we might find refuge, perhaps even a little peace. But how wrong I was. Violet, my sweet Violet, has been confined to the attic, hidden from the world as if she were some shameful secret. I am made to pretend she does not exist, while Mother insists I entertain suitors and prepare to marry a wealthy man. I cannot forget the way she looked at Violet when we arrived. That cold, disdainful gaze, as though she saw in her a blemish upon her immaculate facade. Mr. Sennen Burgess-Goy, heir to the Grand Duke of Burgess-Goy and a 25-year-old bachelor, was my first suitor. His conversation was a tiresome monologue of self-praise, filled with tales of his lavish lifestyle and the endless luxuries afforded by his family's wealth. His arrogance was unbearable. He treated everyone around him as mere subordinates, unworthy of his attention. Yet beneath my mother's oppressive gaze, I had no choice but to endure it, to smile and nod as though his words were pearls of wisdom, all while my heart ached for my little Violet, confined and frightened in the attic above. My visitor this afternoon is Mr. Norman de Salle, a 30-year-old bachelor and the Earl of Richelieu. From the moment I lay eyes on him, I sensed something unsettling in his demeanor. His gestures are sibylline, his eyes constantly shifting as if harboring secrets. Rumors have been swirling recently about his close friendship with a young male dancer from the opera theater. These whispers have cast a shadow over his reputation, suggesting that his interests lie elsewhere, and that he seeks marriage merely as a convenient facade. As we walked, he presented me with a gift, a cameo choker. He tied it around my neck with a black ribbon. I felt like a dog being collared, a possession rather than a person. The coldness of the ribbon against my skin only deepened my sense of being trapped. Annabal Dearson River, a widower and colonel in the army, appeared in full uniform, his chest adorned with medals, and greeted me with a stiff military salute. His demeanor was arrogant and menacing, a man clearly reveling in his own self-importance. He spoke incessantly about his military exploits. The stories he shared were not of heroism, but of ruthless decisions and cold-blooded strategies, painting a picture of a man devoid of compassion. His reputation precedes him. Whispers among the townsfolk speak of dark deeds committed during the war. His eyes, shifty and evasive, betray a man haunted by his own actions. Of all the suitors I have met, the worst by far is the foreigner Hermenegildo de la Fuente, owner of the Hispano-French Development Bank. He arrived at our meeting completely drunk, his breath reeking of alcohol, and insisted that I accompany him to a bar where he was well known. The experience was utterly repulsive. Rumors swirl about his involvement in illegal alcohol trade and prostitution rings. His bank is said to be a front for laundering the profits from these illicit activities.
This place is much more beautiful than the other ones.
Today heralded a pivotal shift in my fortunes. A young, polished gentleman graced my doorstep. Edmund Garrick, scion of the Marquis of Fonsalva. Anticipating yet another dismal suitor, I was pleasantly surprised by Edmund's demeanor. Despite my initial misgivings, he revealed a vulnerability, admitting that he harbored no desire for matrimony. Yet, duly bound by the threat of disinheritance from his father, he felt compelled to entertain the prospect. His candidness was refreshing, and I found myself reciprocating, revealing the burdensome constraints imposed upon me by my own mother's ambitions. Our conversation flowed effortlessly, punctuated by shared laughter and an unexpected camaraderie. Despite the absence of romantic inclination, we recognized the potential for a profound friendship to blossom between us. Yet amidst the encroaching darkness, a glimmer of hope emerged. With Edmund by my side, I envisioned a future free from my mother's oppressive influence, a life where Violet's needs would come first and her health would be cared for with love and attention. For Violet's sake, and for my own, I prayed that this day would arrive swiftly, ushering in a new chapter of hope and redemption.
Is this Hope's room? It's completely renovated. Madame Montcorp spared no expense, but judging by the type of clothing, it feels like the mother intended for her daughter to seduce rather than to fall in love. Oriental woods. It seems like a luxury perfume. It smells a bit like sandalwood. Blush, carmine, rice powder, everything needed to rejuvenate a woman.
Dear Hope, first and foremost, I wish to express my most fervent desire to once again enjoy a magnificent afternoon in your company. Even now, I smile as I recall our conversation and your warmth, which has been a true balm amidst the troubles I mentioned with my father. As we agreed, I shall come tomorrow to ask for your hand, and we will carry out this delightful farce, joyful in the knowledge that our troubles will end with this act. You will have your mother's blessing, and I my father's fortune. Though, if I may be honest, what I cherish most from all that has happened these days is being able to count on your friendship. I am certain the future will bring us many moments of delightful amusement and peace. I must also confess that I am frankly curious about the secret you intended to share before your mother appeared, and you told me you needed help. Don't worry. I'm sure that when we meet again, we'll talk at length about whatever is troubling you and find a solution. As for our immediate plans, I suggest we let the waters settle, and then decide how best to face this unusual and rather unorthodox agreement between a lady like you and a bit of a madcap like me. With all my respect and affection, Edmund Garrick.
At the end, Edmund asked for your hand. Did you get married? What happened with Violet?
We'll be fine here, Violet. But promise me you'll be a good girl and listen to Grandma and everything, okay? Look, I brought a suitcase with all your toys. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I know you don't like being locked in here. Look, I've put stars on the ceiling. From here, they'll look better than from the garden, don't you think? Violet, don't cry. Please don't cry. I'll be back next Thursday. I love you. What's wrong, Violet? You look very unwell. Grandma says it's just a little flu. Why would you say that? Are you afraid of Grandma? She's taking care of you. What she gives you is medicine. She wants you to get better.
Violet, no. Why didn't you listen to her?
Did you see me from the window, walking with a man? His name is Edmund, and if everything goes as I hope, we'll be living with him soon, and we'll be together again, and things will go back to...
You really thought it would all end in a happy ending, didn't you?
Violet, Grandma doesn't want to call the doctor. She says you'll get better with Grandpa's medicine. Please, take the medicine and eat as much as you can. Violet's bed is empty. What do you mean she's not a problem anymore? Oh no. Mom, what have you done? I don't believe you. Where is Violet? Where is she?
This is the real reason. This is why you can't rest, isn't it? The question isn't who or why. The unanswered question is where her little body is. Where did your mother hide her? You need me to help you find it.
No one ever knew about my little one's existence. Violet was a victim of my naivete and desperation. I knew this would haunt me forever. Consumed by despair and sorrow, I could only see one way out.
Oh no. What did you do, Hope?
I curse you, Mother. I have sent a copy of this letter to Edmund. He will know exactly what to do with you. You are finished. As for me, I have chosen to die here, slowly, thinking of Violet and her smile. Enjoy your final victory while you can. You have denied me my daughter, even in death. I can imagine no greater cruelty. My only solace is knowing that with my death, your plan will never come to fruition.
It's a letter from Hope addressed to Edmund.
Dear Edmund, I know this letter will surprise you and take away the joy you have always given me. But you are my only friend, and I want to leave a record of the unjustifiable cruelty I have been subjected to, and the terrible truth I must now confess to you. I must begin by revealing a secret. I came here with a daughter, a beautiful 4-year-old daughter named Violet. My mother always considered her a disastrous misfortune, a problem, an obstacle to finding a wealthy man for me to marry. For this reason, after you asked me to marry you, my mother wasted no time in mercilessly getting rid of her behind my back by administering her arsenic salts. Edmund, I know you are an honorable man, and upon receiving this letter, you will not hesitate to contact the police. I suspect that if my father's body were exhumed, an analysis would probably reveal high doses of arsenic. I am sure of it. I have begged my mother to tell me what she did with Violet, but she just laughed. She laughed. She raved about the 4 deaths, about devils, and said the girl had signed her death warrant and been taken away by the black-winged angel. Understand that every second I spend in this world is unbearable torment. I do not want to live without Violet. I only want to be reunited with her. Edmund, I ask you this one last favor, as this is my final will. Do not let my mother go unpunished. She must pay for her crimes. You are the only good thing that has happened to me since I arrived, and I leave with a beautiful memory of you. I wish you all the happiness.
The 4 demons? What does this mean? Where did Mrs. Montcorp hide Violet? There must be some clue around the house. I need to find it, and end Hope's soul's suffering. What is this place? been here all the time. So close. Hope, I found her. I recognize this place. It's the cemetery. Mom, is that you? I hear you crying. Please, don't be sad. The pain you feel now is part of the love you felt for me. Part of the years of happiness we shared together. In my new reality, I will always be by your side. Don't forget to live many more years. That way, I will live on in your memories. I will be fine. I have no doubt that wherever I am, I will be fine. Goodbye, Mom. Oh, Hope, I'm so glad you found your daughter. Now you can be together. Rest in peace.